Evening folks, welcome back to the channel. Just a quick one, thank you to the new subscribers, whoever you may be. It doesn't actually show me who you are, but yeah, I think I've had 2 or 3 in the last day or so thank you very much, appreciated. Chuck me a little comment in the description if it's you, let me know who you are, all that sort of stuff. Right, tonight we've got round 6 of P1RC's N300 League for you. It's the 90s classics, set up by the man himself, P1RC GT, if that's even his real name anymore. A lot of the P1 boys swapping their gamer tags to the P1 logo gamer tags, so let's have a look. Is he still? Yeah, P1RC GT. We've got P1 Skippy, P1RC Ghost Realm, Path 46, Mocking Weeks, P1 Dom, P1 Dylan, Luke Doherty, P1 Valium, P1 Champ, Manny the Gamer, P1 Benny, and P1 Gamer Dad. I think we've got a few more in here as well. And Jarv 72 as well. Okay, so 15 of 16, one driver missing. So into quali then. We are live from Red Bull Ring tonight. 2 races for you lot. We've got 15 minutes of quali and then 2 20-minute races. So Pav's left the room. I think Pav's gone to change car. He better be quick. 15 minutes quali. That'll disappear pretty damn quickly around here. Alright, let's get ourselves on track. Top chat, I want live chat, so see what you lot are waffling on about. Okay, usual gubbins on. So a few little shout outs for me just before we kick off with the actual race. A big shout out to the boys down at Team Oliver Racing. Nice drift from Ghost Realm. Team Oliver Racing, the sponsors of the GR3 Wednesday League. We went down and watched those boys racing down at Donington Park today. They look like a bloody handful, them things. They don't go super quick, but they get up there fast. And yeah, to try and get them around a corner, there's a whole different kettle of fish. Also, a quick shout out to Alex Neville racing in the Mini Coopers today. Not had the best results on a second-hand clutch, but managed to finish the race on that second-hand clutch, so big shout out to him. And then yeah, another shout out to Ben Kaspersik as well. I think I've said your name right, I probably haven't. Kaspersik, I think, taking a win in the Mini Challenge UK Cup today. I did watch the stream at the lunch break during the trucks at Donny. Just happened to fall perfectly in time. Right, so we are on to hot laps now. We have got a driver in front of Benny, but I think he's one of the drivers to have left the pits late. So awkward little track, this one. Some naughty little corners in it. First corner's a little bit tricky, second corner's tricky, third corner's tricky, the last couple of corners are tricky. It's a bit of a contact between 2 of the Team Luke drivers. Right, let's get some scores and things going for you lot. So it is a team versus team event. We've got 3 teams. We've got Team Skippy, Team Luke, which we are watching with Benny right now in the yellow, and Team Valium. Team Valium in the sort of red, and well, that's Team Skippy's livery, the green and yellow. The great big bloody kangaroo down it, mate. So that's Skippy's logo and liveries in the green and yellow. We've got Team Luke in the yellow and pink. Let's go and have a look back up at Benny. There we go. So the purple and yellow for Team Luke, and then Team Valium in the red and black. So, hot lap so far. Jarve leading the way at the minute with a 140.7. To be expected in the Fair Lady. It has been one of the faster cars of this league. It's got 1.6 seconds over Benny, 142.3 for Benny. I'll get back to the scores in a second. Oh, Red GT's just gone quicker, 142.1, puts him into second, also in the Fair Lady. You can see those two drivers getting up front early on. P1 Benny, so in that third position, Valium into fourth, then 142.4. Gamer Dad on 43.5. Skippy, he's on a 143.6. Don's in seventh at the minute, 143.8. Luke Doherty in the Delta, 144.1. Mocking Weeks, he's on a 144.4 in ninth, just dropping his penalty there. Ghostdrum 10th, 144.9. Champ in 11th, 140, just gone quicker, 142.5, up into 5th. Let's get back now to where we were. So P1 Dylan yet to put a hot lap in. Pab yet to put a hot lap in. He has left and come back after getting in the right car today. Manny the Gamer just parked up at the end of the pit exit there. No hot lap on the board for him yet. Right, back to these points. Let's get some glory shots of Jar for a minute. So team-wise, Team Skippy is leading the way with 527 points. Team Luke is in second with 402 points, and Team Valium are at the back with 337 points. Individually, Champ is leading the way with 175 points. Dylan in second. He's on 146 points, 10 points back in 100 with 136 points is P1 Benny. He's in third, Pav 46 in fourth. He is sitting on 120 points. Mocking Week's fifth, 117 points. Right behind him is Reg GT. He's in, he's got 115 points. There's a bit of a gap back to Ghost Realm, he's on 64. So ninth is Luke Doherty, he's on 59 points. 10th is P1 Don, 57 points. Getting a bit close again. Where's P1 Don gone? And Daz Kun 64. He's on 53 points, unable to race tonight. He's had his account suspended for a little bit. Jarve 72. He has, let's see, rolling on 51 points. Skippy is on 49 points. Valium is on 40 points. Gamer Dad is on 37 points. P1RC Kakis or Cakes not racing tonight by the looks of it on 29 points. Manny the Gamer, he's on 20 points. Baggy's on 18 points. Zuzims, let's have a look here. I've got Baggy down as a reserve, and P1RC Cakes as a reserve. Zuzims, he's on 6 points. And no points for Stewie Mac. Right, let's have a look through this pack and find out what's going on. Jarve 72 left the lobby, or left the racetrack, come back, but he's still holding that top spot. Reg GT's done the same, so not too sure. Maybe play with setups, but I don't think they can. So we'll have to wait for these boys to get back through. Jarve is still holding the fastest lap so far of quali, 140.7. Reg GT up into second. So what's he on? 140.142.3, 142.4-ish. 141.4, sorry. P1 Valium 141.7 in third. Doing bad in the 180 SX. Champ in fourth with a 142.2. P1 Don gone a bit quicker, 142.3. Benny, he's still on 142.3 from that lap 2. He's got a bit of a penalty to drop as well. Dylan, 142.4, so managed to go quicker on lap 4, picking up a penalty through turn 1. Pav 46, so he's had less laps than a lot of these drivers. 142.6 at the minute for Pav, 7th place. Luke Doherty 8th, 143.0. Mocking Week still in 9th. Just trying to control that skyline through there, 143.2. Skippy in the BMW, 143.4. 10th place, Gamer Dad in 11th. He's got a 143.5. Manny in 12th, so he's putting some hot laps in now. He's got a 151.2, so not quick. Jarv, so back up to his original position. So Manny the Gamer now at the back of the pack then. Let's try and find you and go for a little bit of an onboard lap with P1 Dylan. So coming around this final turn, a little bit off camber, there's a bit of a dip into that one. Try not to run it out wide onto that grass down this start finish straight. So crossing the line now, going back up the hill into this awkward first turn. It's all off camber, easy to run wide through this. Mind that bobble on the inside, mind the bobble on the outside. And then back down the hill, full tilt through this right, left. It's not really a corner. And back up the hill to the awkward turn 2. So this is more of an elbow. Hard on the brakes at the 100 mark. Again, just got to watch that lump on the inside. Try not to run too wide on the outside. Easy to pick up penalties. And another reasonably long straight down towards turn 3. Again, more of an elbow than a sort of corner. Hard on the brakes just before the bridge. Down into second then for Dylan. Again, easy to run wide onto that sand on the exit. Now down towards this central section of the track. Again, there's a lot of sand for you to get it wrong on. Nice and tidy through there. Into this second part of this central section. Drifting it on the way through. Keeps it reasonably tidy. That will have lost him a bit of time. Back down towards these final couple of turns. He's not quite got the racing line at the minute. He's got those final turns all wrong. And through this actual final turn now, back onto this start finish straight. So not the cleanest lap from P1 Dylan, but a lap nonetheless. See what he's put in anyway. He's put in a 142.7. So not the fastest. So Jar's still fastest man out on track at the minute. I say the 350Z or the Fair Lady, depending how you want to call it. The fastest, seems to be the fastest car in these leagues. It's not always benefited at some of these circuits. It doesn't always benefit. I don't think it did too well into Lagos, or did it? I can't remember. One of these tracks it wasn't too well suited to. So Jarv and Reg both up front in the 350. Valium testing out the drift capabilities of his 180SX. What are we qualifying time wise? So 13.5 minutes in, a minute and a half left of quali. Jarv leading the way at the minute with that 140.7. Reg GT 141, he's closed the gap, 140.9. Still second though. Valium still third, Dylan still fourth, Benny fifth, gone a little bit quicker, 142.1. Penalty though, getting turn 1 wrong again for Benny. Champ in 6th, 142.2. P1 Don 7th, 142.3. Mocking Weeks gained a position, 142.3. Pav 46 in 9th, 142.5 at the minute. Final turn to go. See what he's got. 42.571, so not quite as quick as his last lap, still in 9th. Doherty 10th, 143.0. Gamerdad 11th, 143.0 as well. Skippy is in 12th in the BMW, W 143.3. Ghostrelm in 13th, another chunk of penalty, looks like he got the final turn a bit wrong. 143.8 for Ghostrelm. Skippy being pushed down another position then at 143.3. And then Manny the Gamer at the back of the pack. So we are into race 1 of the evening. 20 minutes, no fuel or tyre wear in race 1. Reverse grid in race 2 as well. 20 minutes around Red Bull Ring. Let me get a slurp of semi-cold coffee down my neck. So grid order on screen. Too busy drinking coffee to read through that. So how's Manny got on? Have they done a reverse grid? What's going on here? Is it supposed to be fastest first? I think it is. So you will just see cars dropping off track, bumping into each other, because this is now not the official race. Obviously it's just turned into a bit of chaos because we've got it all wrong. I think they've set it up as slowest first by the look of it. Whose lobby is it? Ghostrelm's lobby. Okay, he's causing the trouble. Michael, how you doing, mate? There he is. That man there, P1 Valium, team captain for Team Valium, as you would probably assume. Right, has everyone got back on track? Just about. Only 10 drivers at the minute. Champ's gone out for a sneaky lap. Subaru sounding good. Squirrely under braking coming up to turn 2 there. Right, so we've got to set the grid order by hand. So everyone needs to chuck up their start position or their qualifying position. Give Ghostrelm a little bit of a chance of setting this grid order correctly. Yes, Jarv, you did end up last because it was set up with fastest last by the look of it, instead of fastest first. Oh, we've got drivers going backwards at Red Bull Ring. So you may see a little bit of this. Drivers do get a little bit bored waiting for races to start. End up doing this kind of thing, or driving backwards down the track, or smashing into each other. It can be quite amusing to watch. you go. Is that Luke Doherty driving the wrong way down? Yeah, trying to drift that Delta through turn 1, but the wrong way. Reg GT testing out the grip of his 350Z. There you go. They're going to go for a drift round turn 2. They're just trying to knock each other off. Boys. Big old stab of the handbrake by the look of it as he's turning. Right, let's try again. Race 1.0 version 2. Let's see if it's in the right order this time. Yeah, both the fair ladies up front. Yeah, so on ATSX, Dylan, yeah, Benny, Champ, Don, Mockin. Yeah, I think that looks about right. Ghostram not sneaking himself up the order, which is good. Right. We're just waiting for these lights to drop and they'll be away. Hopefully nobody false starts. I don't know whether they've got false start on for this one. It's not a great start by P1 Dylan. He's being harassed by, is that P1 Don? No, it's Champ trying to come up the inside into turn 1, and he's done it. He's run himself a little bit wide in the process, but gained a position up into 4th then for Champ. Right, let's just get ourselves up front. Jarv 72 and P1 GT, Reg GT have already pulled gaps. Jarv trying to lose that penalty. He's already picked up through turn 1, through there. So the 350 is starting to pull a gap already then. Valium and Champ bumper to bumper as they head down towards turn 3 as well. Dylan's not far off the back of those two. What's happening here? Reg GT trying to go around the outside of Jarv 72. He's dropped his penalty. Can Reg GT get back down the inside? Yes, he can. Can he hold it into this centre section though? Jarv backs out. Reg GT then takes that top spot. Jarv 72 second. Valium 3rd. Champ 4th. Dylan in 5th. Benny 6th. P1 Don in 7th. Pav in 8th. Luke Doherty 9th, so gained a position. Mocking Weeks losing a position down in 10th. A little bit of pressure from P1 Gamer Dad as well at this present time. P1 Gamer Dad just picking up a penalty through there. Ghostram Gaming in 12th. So not moved up or down the order. Skippy 13th and Manny in 14th. Let's go and see what's happening out front. So Reg GT took that lead then. He's managed to hold it from Jarv 72. They've pulled 1.6 seconds over 3rd place Valium. Valium got a big chunk of penalty. He's got to lose 1.5 seconds. Champ also holding on to a bit of a penalty down there. Sorry, it's not Champ, it's P1 Dylan in the background. Loses it into turn 2 then. Oh, but he's got the exit a little bit wrong. That's lost him a bit of time to Champ in front. Valium's dropped a big chunk of his penalty as well. He's dropped about half of that in front. Down to 0.6 of a second. But now 2.1 back from the top 2. A lot of work to do for Valium and the drivers behind to try and catch up with those 350s. So Champ holding on to 4th. Dylan 5th. Big gap back to 6th place Benny, 3.1 seconds. Bit of a melee happening in this midfield pack at the minute. P1 Don in 7th. Luke Doherty up into 8th. Pav 9th. Mocking Weeks looking to go down the inside there. not able to quite get up the inside of Pav 46. There's someone going a little bit wide in the background. Not sure if it was Ghost Realm Gaming or P1 Skippy. I think it was P1 Skippy. He's lost a lot of time. Got a bit of a penalty as well. Manny the Gamer only 2.7 seconds back in 14th. So Reg GT still leading. Throwing it into turn one. Got to be careful, you cut it too tight, you will get a penalty for that as well. Both drivers have got away with that one. Yeah, just pulling time over third place Valium. Valium doing a good job holding on to that position. Has he picked up more penalty? He has, another 1.5 seconds. So, is he getting turn one completely wrong? I think he is. So 2.8 seconds down. He's got Champ Champ only a second back now. That gap was pretty big. Champ Champ coming under pressure from Dylan. So Dylan backing out into turn three. Champ Champ's trying to drift it through there. Dylan's trying to chop as much of that apex off as possible. He picks up a penalty for his trouble though. It's exactly that problem I've just been on about. Picks up a second penalty. He's now got to try and lose that whilst chasing down Champ Champ in front. So under no threat at the minute from Benny in 6th. There's a big gap back to Benny. See, just coming round that turn now. Under pressure from P1 Don as well as Benny. Dylan losing more time to Champ Champ. Champ Champ actually closing the gap back up on Valium. He's got it down to about half a second. Picking up that penalty is not helping Valium one little bit. He's still got 0.4 of a second to lose. Champ Champ is closing the gap, dragging Dylan along slowly with him. Right, don't cut this one too tight, just like that. Has he got away with it this time? He has still got to negotiate turn 2 though, which is just as possible to pick up a penalty. Drops his penalty into turn 2. Looks like he's kept it neat and tidy through there. Should pick up another penalty. So Champ Champ still in 4th, then Dylan right behind in 5th, just dropping his penalty. 4 seconds back now to P1 Benny. P1 Don hot on his tail as they head down towards turn 3. Got Pav, Luke Doherty and Mocking Weeks all battling it out. Pav now getting it up into 8th. Luke Doherty and Mocking Weeks having some door banging going through turn 3. Mocking Weeks winning out on that one. Luke Doherty actually got a bit of a penalty he's picked up somewhere along there. Slips down the inside, does Mocking Weeks to take that 9th position from Luke. The Delta not being one of the favourite cars of this series. Gamer Dad 11th. I think he's got himself past Ghost Realm. No, Ghost Realm's been in 12th all the time. Has closed that gap up as Ghost Realm. 2.8 back to Skippy in the BMW. And Manny now nearly 22.5 seconds back, nearly 23 seconds. But he does stick with it, Manny. He's learning all the time. It's only going to make him quicker racing against faster guys. Right, let's go and see about these two up front. Nearly a second between them. A little bit of a penalty, Jarves just losing through there. Back to 3rd place Valium, still holding on to this 3rd spot. He's now got a second back between himself and Champ Champ. Dylan closing that gap up on Champ Champ as well. Might put him under pressure into turn 3, maybe a little bit too far back this time. So Benny and Don still battling it out. Don still unable to get past. Hot on Benny's heels. last lap or so. And then we've got the fight behind between Pav Mocking Weeks and Luke Doherty's out of that one now, but Mocking Weeks is still hot on the heels of Pav 46. Pav running a little deep there. Does that give Mocking Weeks a chance to close up before the start-finish straight? Towards this final turn then, Mocking Weeks still a little bit far back for an attack into turn 1, I think. He's gained half a second back, just loses a little bit through there. But yeah, not close enough on this one to go for an attack at the minute as Mocking Weeks. Pav holds on to 8th, then Mocking Weeks 9th. Gamer Dad trying to run around the outside of Luke Doherty. So the two teammates both picked up penalties. Doherty slowly slipping down the order in that delta. Gamer Dad gets through into 10th. Doherty's got 2.3 second penalty to lose as well. Chucks himself back into 11th behind Gamer Dad. Gamer drops his penalty through turn 2. Doherty reduces his down to 0.9. Ghostrealm still bolted onto the back of these two in 12th. Still only a second back, and they are pretty close, these two. They could have a coming together. Luke going for a bit of a move down the inside, but wasn't going to make that one. He's had to back out, possibly taking him and his teammate out. That wouldn't have been good. Has allowed Ghostrealm to close the gap up though. It's down to 0.6 of a second. Nice tight line there from Ghostrealm as well. So can he close the gap up? We are halfway through race 1. Skippy 2.3 down. So not completely out of it yet for Skippy. Unfortunately, Manny's now 36 seconds back. So very unlikely Manny's going to catch the drivers in front. So Reg GT extends his lead from second place Jarv up to 1.3 seconds. Oh, not too good through turn 2 there, a little bit slow. That's allowing Jarv to slowly close the gap. Still got plenty of breathing room behind him, almost 1.5 seconds. Bags, evening mate, how you doing? Yeah, the fair lady's working well on these long straights. So losing more time than actually Jarv. Gap to 1.6, picking up a second penalty as well there through turn 3. So it's going to compromise any attack he thought he was going to have on Reg GT. Almost 2 seconds the gap. It has just flicked over. So slowly starting to slip away for Jarv 72 as he tries to lose that penalty, but keep Reg GT in sight. Just dips it below the 2 second mark again. This is where he's going to lose time, trying to drop this penalty. So Valium still holding on to 3rd. Dylan is right on his tail. He's managed to get past Champ. As Champ had a little bit of an off maybe. He's a little way back. But Dylan is right on the tailpipes of Valium as they head up the hill towards turn 1. Both drivers nice and tight through there. Valium's got a second penalty he's got to drop whilst defended from Dylan. Dylan picking up half a second penalty himself. Exactly the same car as well between these two drivers. Okay, Dylan up the inside for 3rd, loses his penalty. Valium almost lost his penalty. So this is going to be an interesting turn 3. There's almost not a shadow between those two. I bet I couldn't put a cigarette paper between them. Maybe I could now. So Valium goes for a different line, tries to get the switch back down the inside. Compromised, Dylan in the way, nowhere for him to go. And now goes for a little bit of a move, trying to go around the outside. Dylan's He's going to hold on to that third. Valium doing everything he can to try and run around the outside. That's never going to work through there. Just got to stick with him, try and chase him down on that start-finish straight, I think. So good battle for third and fourth there. Champ a little way off the pace now, 3 seconds down. Penalties as well, he's got to lose. Don's managed to get himself past Benny, then up into 6th. Weeks has also got himself past Pav, and these two have closed the gap up on Benny and Don as well, so this could become an interesting fight for 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th. So Dad holding on to that 10th position over Luke. Luke's still got big chunks of penalty to lose. Ghost Realm still in 12th with a penalty to lose. 1.5 seconds down from Luke as well. Ghost Realm might have been a little bit too tight. Yeah, there's another half a second. Yeah, you go too tight through that turn. I'll give him a shout out, Bags. So yeah, big shout out to Bobby Bristow, or MRC Bobby. You may have seen him in 1 or 2 of the streams. He's redesigned and put the P1RC logo upon the PlayStation decals thing, so the guys can use the new logo on the cars. A big shout out to Bob for that. He's pretty good at things like that, the old videos and photos and stuff. He always does try and do a lot to help, even if he does look like a serial killer. Ghost Realm. Oh, Ghost Realm far too tight through turn 3. Yeah, picking up a penalty for the apex, and compromised himself wide through the exit. And that's put him under a bit of pressure from Skippy now, only 1.3 seconds back. Skippy's still got a bit of a penalty to drop as well. And the gamer nearly a minute back from Skippy, 1 minute 28 down from race leader, but still driving. 4.5 minutes remaining. Right, what's happening here? Reg GT, 4.8 second lead. He's got a bit of a penalty to drop, but he's way out front from Jarv at the minute. Drops his penalty as he heads up towards turn 2. Dylan got himself past Valium, so Valium been pushed down into 4th. Good battle between these two 180 SXs. Fortunately, Dylan's just won out. Valium's pretty much held on to that 3rd. Oh, is that Manny parked at the side of the track? Valium held on to 3rd pretty much most of that race so far. Aiden, yes, it does. It does look good. Let's see whether Valium can get that one back. Champ. Still 3.8 seconds back. Let's see what's happening with this battle behind. Still got Don out front, holding that 6th position. He has got a 2nd penalty to lose. Benny is half a second back, and then we've got Mocking Weeks. He's coming under increased pressure from Pav 46. Pav wants that 8th position back ASAP, and then look to go on the hunt for the 2 drivers in front. Benny and who's the other one? Come on. Don, P1 Don, of course it is. Losing a bit of time there, Pav, actually. So, Gamer Dad 10th, still got a little bit of pressure from Luke. Luke looks like he's just going to race now. He's not going to bother losing his penalties. 3.1 seconds of it he's got to lose. He just wants to have a bit of a fight with P1 Gamer Dad by the look of it. Oh, a little bit twitchy through that final turn. More penalty for Luke. That's exactly what will happen if you take that turn too tight. Loses a bit of penalty in there, I think inadvertently. Oh, he's going to pick up another bit for chopping that one off. He's almost pushing Gamer Dad down the street. There's another half a second for him. That's not the record. I've seen about 19 seconds at Le Mans. So Reg GT, nice and comfortable out front at the minute, almost getting turn 3 wrong. 5.1 second lead. He's only going to have 1 lap left when he crosses the line. And he's pulling more time over Jarve as well. A couple of tenths here and there. But Jarve's got plenty of time to play with behind. Dylan is 4 points. He was 4 points something. He's now 4 seconds back, 4.1. Valium's still there. He's only half a second back, so he's still fighting away for that 3rd position. Champ having a race of his own at the minute for 5th. Don's managed to pull a bit of a gap from, what's happened here? So Don in 6th. Pav has got through to 7th. He's got himself past Mocking Weeks and Benny. So Mocking Weeks holding 7th, then Benny now 9th. He's got it wrong somewhere as Benny. So Gamerdad 10th. Still got Luke Doherty. Lost a bit of penalty through there. What are you playing at, Luke? Way off the back of Gamerdad now. Gamerdad actually picking up a little bit of penalty there as well. Skippy's got past Ghost Realm. What's happened to Ghost Realm? Ghost Realm just coming around the final turn. He's got it wrong somewhere. Looks like he's finishing the race right there. He's going to let the timer tick over. Manny may even gain a position here. Oh no, I think he's already been lapped. So he doesn't actually gain the position because he has been lapped, so you're going to have to go and do another lap, I think, Manny. So Reg GT pulls more time in the final lap now, 6.4 second lead over Jarve 72. Yeah, the fair ladies working well here tonight, although the 180 SXs, I mean, Dylan, he's slowly closing up on Jarve, and he's dragging Valium with him. But nonetheless, the 350s, or the fair ladies, have stormed away with this one. So Reg GT comes across the line to take 1st place. Jarve 72 comes home to take 2nd. And the Nissans in general working well here. 3rd for Dylan, 4th for Valium, both in the Nissan 180 SX. Champ in 5th. P1 Don 6th. Pav 46 7th. Mocking in 8th. P1 Benny is going to come home in 9th. Loses his penalty as he handbrakes across the line. Gamerdad 10th. Luke Doherty actually losing his penalty before the end of the race, is he? Why doesn't his penalty drop in? Denied. So Luke Doherty 11th. Skippy in 12th. Ghost Realm 13th. And Manny got his final lap to do. He's going to come home 14th. So we've still got race 2 for you lot. We're going to have a probably 5-minute break. Let people have a little bit of a chill out and a drink and whatever. And then we jump into race 2 reverse grid. So it should make it very interesting into turns 1 and 2. So we just wait for Manny to cross the line. We're going to get a bit of a handbrake from him. Far too sensible, Manny. Stop it. Next time, press the ejecto CO button. Yeah, good racing in these N300s. I've got to give him that. It was a well chosen, well thought out league by Reg GT, taking the win in his own league. Look. See what the boys have got to say. I don't think there was anything too controversial in that one. No problem, Skips. Still got a race to go, you know. Maybe Champ went a little bit hard on the brakes and smashed into P1 Dylan maybe. Duncan and Pav having a good race. Yeah, they seem to be battling it out pretty much from where to go. Mocking Week seems to be saying that the last corner was catching him out. Okay, so we're having a 10-minute break. So second race is at 21:55. Manny just complimenting the drivers as well. Looks like he struggled all the way through that one a little bit. Baggy giving Reggie a bit of a shout in the YouTube chat as well. Yeah. So yeah, Donington today. Good day out that was. MX-5s, the old legends. The CNC head, which is, well, it's just a melee of cars. There was, what did we have? Focuses and Porsches. There was a Tigra, a Vauxhall Tigra, that smoked everybody. You wouldn't have believed it. It was rapid. And the trucks as well. The trucks are insane. I didn't realise that they actually move all the marshals back when you can't sit in certain areas when the trucks are racing, just because if they come off track, they're not going to stop very quickly before they get to the pit wall. And I'm sure they'll probably take off the pit wall out as well. You know, the racetrack wall, safety barriers. So yeah, the marshals don't actually sit in the usual pit boxes. They back off. People are banned from certain areas. Yeah, didn't think it was quite as dangerous as that, but they obviously think so. But it was good to see. Barreling down the Craner curves toward the old hairpin, thinking, how the hell are these lot going to get through it? But yeah, they do. Kick up an awful lot of dirt when they don't get it right, I'll tell you that. But yeah, some good racing today. I think we're going back for British GTs on 20th of September, so don't forget that one. Get yourselves there. Still don't think British touring cars are having spectators, but every other race league is. Admittedly, touring cars is the busiest sort of race event on the calendar, pretty much. They have the British touring cars, they have the minis. The minis is always a popular event as well. I've been at Alton Park today. Yeah, shout out to Alex Neville and Ben Kaspersik for their positions and races today. Like I say, they've been at Alton Park ragging the minis about. There you go. So yeah, that's why Manny pulled over. He said last lap he just made sure he pulled over to let whoever was fighting for P1 pass safely. Luke Doherty saying he hope he didn't take anyone out in race 2. Yeah, he did look a bit loose in that Lancia Delta. But saying that, you look loose in everything you drive, Luke. That's why we renamed you Loose Doherty. The man who can't keep a set of tyres decent. If you opened them Christmas Day, a brand new set of tyres, you wouldn't even get to race on them because they'd be wrecked by the end of Christmas Day, and you wouldn't even fit them to a car. That's how quickly Loose Doherty can wear out a set of tyres. You'll see tomorrow night, if he's racing in the minis, everyone else will do 5 or 6 laps. Luke Doherty destroys his tyres in like 3 or 4. Going for a rolling start for race 2. Does make it slightly less dangerous into turns 1 and 2, as the cars have already got a bit of a gap between them anyway. Grid start. They all seem to bunch up into turn 1 and the reverse grid, that's never a good look. Especially at this track, there'll just be cars getting punted into oblivion. Reverse grid, yeah, rolling start, yep, a couple more minutes to wait. Right, I think we're not far off, although we were given 10 minutes. Ghost Realm looks like he's eager to start. I should give everyone a sort of 2-minute warning or something, Ghost Realm. I was listening to the commentators up at Donning today. I think me and CJ can do a better job. I'm sure they get a lot more information than we get watching a PlayStation game. I think we could do a better job with it, to be honest. We have got people out on track doing donuts by the sounds of it. Let's go and have a look. Where are they? There's always one. Who's it going to be? Valium? Yeah, there you go. See, I know, don't I? The GR3s, it's either Burnt Fry or MRC Bobby. Chaos in the background. Like I say, that is what happens when it comes to these few minutes we have to wait in between getting on track and the actual race starting. Path 46 driving it like he's stolen it. Valium in the background doing the same thing. So we are into race 2 then. Have we got everyone in the room? Yeah. So race 2, 20 minutes, rolling start, reverse grid. Again, no fuel or tyre wear. So it'll be interesting to see whether the last of the drivers around the final turn before they start. It's not always the fairest system if a lot of the guys are on the long straight. Some guys have still got turns to negotiate as they come through to start the race. It's a bit like that at Spa. There's a shed load of cars still stuck behind the chicane at Spa. So Reg GT, Dylan and Jarv all had the final turn to negotiate. Right, Manny the Gamer leads into turn 1, Ghost Realm second, Skippy third. Wow, Skippy's run massively wide in the BMW. Doherty closing the gap up already as they head up towards turn 2. Great big penalty already for Skippy for running wide. Doherty do anything about this? Closing up as they head up towards turn 2. Skippy just losing his penalty through there. Can Luke Doherty get side by side with him? He has. And he holds it into turn 3, but Luke's picked himself up a penalty in that turn 2 as well, cutting that apex too fine again. I think Luke is still side by side with Skips though. Is he going to get this position? No, he backs out. Whoa, Manny the Gamer getting it all wrong in the braking zone down towards turn 3. Slow on his exit, he's trying to get off the racing line. He doesn't need to, he's fighting for position, so stick it out, Manny, don't let these bully you. Oh, he's got it all wrong into turn 4. He's running slow now. Mocking Weeks has slammed into the back of him. Skippy comes flying across the track. Oh my god, it's all kicking off. Oh, Mocking Weeks going massively wide there, trying to avoid contact by the look of it. It's always a bit punchy in race 2 with the faster drivers from race 1 trying to get their way through the pack. You can see, oh, they're 3 wide. Oh, it's Manny, it's Mocking. Unfortunately, I don't think Manny the Gamer uses his radar. Or if he does, he was just getting it all wrong into those final turns. Unfortunately, Mocking Weeks the victim of that one. Now at the back of the pack, a little way off the drivers in front, 3 seconds off the drivers in front as well. Right, keep it on track, Mocking, keep it on track. So Ghost Realm out front then. So all the top drivers got penalties at the minute. Ghost Realm's holding 2 seconds. All ghosting out. Oh, there's more contact. That Benny ploughing into the side of Ghost Realm into turn 2, pushing him out wide down into 4th, so Benny getting through to 1st, Doherty 2nd, Gamer Dad 3rd, Ghost Realm in 4th, Dylan 5th, so having a good start to race 2 already, Dylan. Ghost Realm's running wide through turn 3, he's off track, and into the wall as well. Ghost Realm not having a great race 2 at the minute. I've missed a load of drivers. So Doherty into 2nd, Game Dad 3rd, Dylan 4th, P1 Don 5th, Reg GT up into 6th, Champ 7th, Valium in 8th, Jarv in 9th, Pav 46 on his tail for 10th, Skippy 11th, Mocking Weeks after his off-track action in 12th. So he's made up 2 positions past Manny and Ghost Realm, hot on the tail of Skippy as he comes around onto the final turn. Looking for the cutback up the inside. I don't think there's anything Manny can do about that. Tries to stick himself back in the slipstream. Let's get ourselves back up front. This is where the action's going to be. Benny, Luke and P1 Gamer all driving for Team Luke. So Benny dropping his penalty, Luke Doherty dropping his penalty, Gamer Dad clear of penalty already. Dylan into 4th, he's got a bit of a penalty to lose. He's got P1 Don in 5th, not too far back. Reg GT, winner of race 1, in 6th, 0.8 of a second back from Don. Looking to get that 350 up the pack and quick. Back round Jarv trying to get through past Champ going defensive, blocking that manoeuvre off. So Jarv still in 8th, Valium 9th, Pav 46 10th. He's also got a bit of a penalty to lose. Mocking Weeks trying to hunt him down. Mocking Weeks and Pav having a good fight in race 1 as well. Maybe that'll come to fruition in race 2. 5 minutes into race 1 already. It's been action packed. Right, so Benny still leads. He's in the Sylvia, being chased down by Luke Doherty in the HF Turbo. Hot on his heels as they head up the hill towards turn 1. A quarter of a second between them. To go for a move there, just get a good drive out of the corner. Closes up on Benny as they head down the hill towards turn 2. Bit of bump drafting between the teammates. We've got so P1 Dylan getting past Gamer Dad. Then Gamer Dad looks like he's made a mistake. Both drivers taking it easy through turn 2. It's an awkward corner with those big curbs on the inside and outside. Luke Doherty picking up another penalty for that turn. Does like to chop the inside off on that one. But we have got Dylan closing up on these 2, under braking as well, 3rd position. He's under half a second back. Reg GT has got himself up into 5th position as well. Let me just come out of this camera angle. So Gamer Dad 4th, then Reg GT 5th, P1 Don hot on his heels for 6th. Let's keep an eye on Gamer Dad, see if he can squeeze that 350 through these pile of drivers up front. There's a good bunch of Team Luke drivers up here. 4 of the drivers in the top 5. GT trying to get past Gamer Dad already. Wait until we're straight. I think you've got the legs on the skyline. Teammates, I thought he would probably let you through. We'll wait and see though. Not through there. Benny and Luke Doherty running wide. Dylan bolted onto the back of these two then as they head down towards turn 2. These two, I think, just giving each other a little bit of a bump. A little bit of a bump draft. They are nudging into each other now, both trying to lose their penalty. Dylan's just going to come through and sweep through and take first position. A little bit of contact as they come through there, trying to lose penalties. Now it's Dylan and Benny side by side as they head down towards turn 3. Dylan actually holding the inside line. It does say he's got first position. I think he's slightly ahead of Benny. He is. So Dylan up into top spot. Not the fastest line. Oh, Reg GT looking to make his way through as well. So Reg GT gaining 2 places through there, up into 3rd position, hot on the heels of Benny. There's a melee in the top 6 at the minute. Dylan leading, Benny 2nd, Reg GT 3rd, Gamer Dad 4th, Luke Doherty 5th, P1 Don in 6th, side by side with Luke Doherty through that first part of the centre section. Valium only 1.5 seconds down as well, in 7th. Champ 8th, less than a second back. Jarv in 9th, not managing to get that 350Z through as quick as Reg GT, so still stuck in 9th position at the minute. Pav 46 10th, Mocking Weeks just less than 2 seconds back in 11th. So he got tangled up with Manny the Gamer in race at the start of the race, put him off track. So down in 11th at the minute. Skippy in 12th, 5, nearly 6 seconds back. Ghost Realm another 5 seconds back, so he's got it all wrong early on in race 2 as well. And then yeah, Manny started at the front. Unfortunately, he's caused a little bit of chaos with Mocking Weeks. Like I say, I don't think you drive with your radar on. It is really handy once you've got used to it. It just sort of allows you to see that there's cars, where the cars are on track compared to you. So Dylan out front, Reg GT made up another position up into 2nd. He's now got 1.2 to try and hunt down with Dylan. He's in the faster car as well. It's 4 wide as they head down towards turn 4. Flipping neck, that was white line to white line, thick of racing cars. Oh, it's all kicking off as they head through this centre section. It's an awkward little set of corners. The 3 Team Luke drivers almost getting it off track through there. Trying to go defensive from Don. He's got nowhere to go at the minute, Don. He's got Valium right there with him as well. So the 2 Team Valium drivers bolted onto the back of these Team Luke drivers. Again, nowhere for Don to go. Valium stuck behind his teammate. So I'm sure Valium will be giving Don a little bit of a nudge up this hill. Him slowly but surely towards Benny. In the background, Jarv goes for a move down the inside of Champ up into 8th then for Jarv. So the Team Valiant boys started to move up through the field as well. Right, what's happening in front? Look like there's some chaos. Luke Doherty trying to go around the outside of Gamer Dad with that great big penalty. Not looking like that's going to work. Time up front, Reg GT now 1.2 seconds back from race leader Dylan. Just under under 9 minutes left on the clock. Can Reg GT close that gap up and take both the wins in tonight's rounds? A bit of work to do. Dylan's a quick guy. He's doing a good job of getting that 180SX round in front of Reg GT. As we know, the 350SX is the quicker. Who's that? That's Benny getting it all wrong into turn 4, running himself wide. That's who's that? That's Don getting it all wrong. Sorry, Valium getting it all wrong. So we're getting a bit scrappy now. Losing time there, Valium. Benny actually getting back through, even though he was off track. I thought P1 Benny was just going to take out the rear end of Don through there, nudge him off track, give him the old pit manoeuvre. Don into 5th. In front we've got Luke Doherty and Gamer Dad side by side. Luke Doherty actually getting through to take 3rd. Again picking up massive chunks of penalty for Luke. Wide through there as well. Probably another one. There we go, another half a second for Luke. Gamer Dad hot on his tail, and it's all still kicking off behind. We've got P1 Don in 4th, he's just dropping his penalty. Benny in 6th, Jarv 7th, Valium 8th. Champ 9th, Pav in 10th. Mocking Weeks has closed back up on these two. So what's he now? Just over half a second back from Pav. To get into a bit of a fight as well, as they did in race 1, we'll see. Skippy's still 12th, he's managed to gain a bit of time over Ghost Realm. There's another 2 seconds, in fact it was 5-second gap. Manny the Gamer now 30 seconds back at the minute. But again, sticking with it. I know he doesn't like to get in the way of the top guys as they're coming through, he does always seem to peel himself off to the grass, which always the best tactic. So Reg GT gap down to just under 1.1 seconds. A little purple sector, purple lap as well. 140.6 for Reg GT. He's still got that gap between himself and Dylan though. He pulled masses of time over 3rd place, 5.5 seconds. Gamer Dad holding onto that at the minute. Doherty's lost a couple of positions there then. So he was in 3rd, he's now in 5th, but he is piling the pressure on Don as they head down towards turn 2. All these drivers are just so much red above all these drivers, they're all ghosting out through these turns. So Valiant run himself a bit wide, sorry, Jarv's run himself a bit wide, I think it was Jarv. Oh no, it wasn't, it was Valiant. Picking up a half a second penalty for that one. Sometimes difficult to see who's got the penalty and who hasn't, there's that many with. Right, up front, the gap come down, less than a second between Dylan and Reg. Reg piling the pressure on come the end of race 2, 5 minutes left on the clock. 3/4 of a second between them. So on board with Reg GT, he'll be picking up slipstream now from Dylan in front. Closing up massively under braking there, keeping it within the white lines, nice and comfortable through the final turn. Both drivers a little bit wide through there, possibly picking up a penalty for that. Yeah, both drivers picking up 0.5 second penalty, but still Reg GT closes the gap, 0.3 of a second, nice and wide into turn 1. Cutting that apex maybe a little bit too much, got to be careful, you're going to pick up a penalty for that one as well, Reg GT. There you go, both drivers again picking up penalties, trying to cut those lines as tight as possible. So it's below 0.2 of a second. Reg GT making himself known to Dylan. And just getting a slightly better drive out of turn 2. The 350Z is just able to close that gap up on Dylan in the 180SX. Oh, it's a drift through there from Dylan. That's slowed him down a little bit. He will, if he can keep the speed, he will have the inside line into turn 4. Side by side as they head into turn 4, so he does go through to keep that first position. It's a good move by Reg, just wasn't able to keep that power and speed going through the through turn 3 to hold on to turn 4, but he's got the run now. He's just had to back off. He needs to stick this close as they head up the long start finish straight. These 80s classics do like a bit of a drifter-tron through here. Reg GT having to feather that throttle to keep control of it. Right, so this is the time now, bolted onto the back end of that 180SX. He'll slowly drift out to the right, go for the late break into turn 1. He's got his nose up the inside. Dylan's given plenty of room. Got himself a little bit wide there. He's got 1.4 second penalty to drop though, Dylan. Reg GT just compromised on the way out, so now he's up to 1.9 seconds penalty for Dylan. He's got to lose that before the end of the race. If he keeps that and Reg GT is anywhere within those 2 seconds, Reg GT gets the place. So let's have a flick through the order. Jarve is up into 3rd then. He has managed to squeeze that 350Z through that pack of drivers. He's way off the 2 drivers in front. He is on the podium position, but I don't think he's going to get any higher up the order. Benny in 4th then, a penalty for him to lose. Valium up into 5th, also a penalty to lose. Going down the inside of Benny. No. Almost getting it wrong, but right on the tail of Benny. In the background we've got Champ Don and Luke Doherty battling it out. Don trying to go down the inside of Champ. It's a good drive. Champ carries the speed though through the outside. Don slops back into 7th. Luke Doherty 8th. Gamer Dad 9th. What's happened to Pav and Mocking Weeks? 10th and 11th still. Skippy now 9 seconds back. So he's got it all wrong somewhere. Ghost Realm Gaming's closed that up to 3 seconds. He's almost got that one wrong though. Man of the Gamer, almost a minute down, 1 minute 35 from race leaders. Whether he gets lapped, might even get lapped before the end of the race. So Dylan still leading. Reg GT 2nd, 0.3 of a second. 45 seconds remaining on the clock. Both drivers dropping their penalty into turn 2. Reg GT literally pushing Dylan around that turn. Again, 1/4 of a second between them. There's Manny in the background there, just staying out of the way, letting these drivers through. So Dylan holds on to that penalty. 25 seconds remaining on the clock. So this will become last lap. It's all to play for then for Reg GT. Only a few turns left to try and make anything of this. Well, not make anything of it, but get that top spot in the 2nd win tonight. And Dylan's still got 1/2 a second penalty. Reg GT cutting that corner nice and tight. There's nowhere for Dylan to try and lose that penalty without losing the position to Reg. Reg getting a good run through the exit of that centre section, running around the outside of Dylan. He's carrying a lot of speed. Can he carry enough to get in front before the final couple of turns? He does. Good move by Reg GT up into top spot then in these last couple of corners. So we are over the 20 minute. It's going to be a race to the line. Is Dylan going to get side by side? Not close enough, I don't think. Reg GT takes the win. Dylan takes 2nd. Jarve is going to come home to take 3rd position. Good race after all for Jarve. Benny 4th. Valium losing his penalty or something. 5th, 6th, 7th. I'm not even sure where you came now. So Jarve 3rd, Benny 4th, Don 5th, Valium 6th, Champ 7th, Luke Doherty 8th, Gamer Dad 9th, Mocking Weeks 10th. Pav just losing his penalty at the end of that one, allowing Mocking Weeks through. So 11th for Pav. Skippy going to come home in 12th. Ghost Realm closing that gap right on him by the end of race 2. So he comes home in 13th and Manny in 14th. But still, good racing in race 2. The N300s turning out to be a good league. I think everyone thinks the same as well. Let's see what they say in the chat. There didn't seem to be any pushing and a shoving in that one. I could be wrong. But yeah, I bet Dylan's can't believe the moves that Red GT has just put on in that last lap. There's a few of them chatting. Let's let them get their chats up. As long as it's not too sweary, we'll have a read through them. Yeah. He says the words bastard. Bastard. P1 Dylan just saying bastard. I can't believe you got past me. Red GT. Mocking Weeks, yeah, so unfortunate for Mocking Weeks, got tangled up at the start of race 2, but even he was saying great race, so that's good to see. He still enjoyed it even with the turmoil of lap 1. No problem skips, no problem at all. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was. I thought Dylan had got a bit of a run on him down the start-finish straight, but that 350Z has just got the pulling power, I think, to stay in front. But yeah, there was points where they were 4 wide into some of those turns. It's never good. Down towards turn 4, I think it was. It's never going to end well, is it? No problem, Reg GT. I'm sure you'll be gagging to watch these streams back. Taking both the wins tonight. Spawn. No, obviously a bit of skill involved as well, I'm sure. Right. So yeah, good racing in both of those races tonight. What we got coming up Monday, 8:30. We've got Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup. What round's that? Let's have a look. What round's that? It will be round 4. I forget where from, but it will be round 4. So that's 8:30 tomorrow night. Come and check that out again. That is 2 races, but they have put it to a vote, so it might go back to how it was last season. At the minute, it's 2 sort of 25-30 minute races with tyre and fuel on. Last season, first race was no tyre and fuel, just an all-out thrash round for 50 minutes, and tyre and fuel on for race 2. So format changed, not everyone too happy with it, but it is what it is. So that's tomorrow night, 8:30. We have got the Team versus Team GR3 event Wednesday, again 8:30. That's been a good league as well. There's 2 lobbies running for that one. Ghost Realm Gaming, who's in the room tonight, he will be doing commentary over the Pro Am lobby. I cover the pros, so come and check that out on Wednesday. Thursday at 9 o'clock we've got round 3 of the Mustangs. Is that St. Croix? Somewhere like that. I think it's St. Croix. One of them. Baggy will tell me. Yeah, don't be quitting, Bailey. We don't do quitters. So that's Thursday, 9 o'clock. Oh, okay. I've just killed my YouTube. Alright. God damn you, computer. And now Google Chrome won't open. Alright. Well, I can't see what you lot are saying now because my flipping PC's again. Yeah, Chrome won't work. Okay. Oh my god. And now, my start menu won't fire up to even go for a restart on the damn thing. Oh my god. It's all kicking off. Alright, so let me have a run through again. Tomorrow night, 8:30 for the minis. Wednesday night, 8:30 for the GR3s. Thursday night, 9 o'clock for the Mustangs. And then we're back for the next round of this on Sunday night. There's a few specials coming up. We've got a team versus 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 team race. I forget when that starts, but that's going to be on a Saturday night. I believe it's a 5-week league. Might be wrong, but I think it's a 5-week league. So I've got that coming up. We've also got the GT. Is it GTFSR? It's a French/Swiss racing team. They've challenged the Next Gen boys to a bit of a race, so that is on the mid-season break in the minis. That'll be on a Monday. What else? I think that's it for now. I'm sure somebody can remind me if I've not got it all right. But that's about it. But yeah, I will be back at Donington in a few weeks' time as well for the British GT. So I'll keep reminding you of that lot. Get yourselves there. Come and say hello. I'll come and stick a sticker on your forehead or something. Because I can't get them on the trucks or the cars at the minute. Because you're not allowed anywhere near them. So the foreheads it's going to have to be. So other than that, that's pretty much it. I hope you like what you watched. Give it a like. Give it a subscribe. Tell your mates. Tell your mums. My name's Darksmoka. I'm out of here.